Hey everyone, I'm Nick.
I'm Vic.
And we're having Board Gaming back with our quarterly review. This is 2024 Q3. So this is going to be July 1st to end of September. So let's jump into it. We always talk about how many games we played in that quarter. That is going to be 109. Of those 109 games played, 58 of them were unique games, different games. Most played, Vic, do you have a guess or do you know?
I kind of saw it, but
Okay.
it's
Sale, yeah. Sale, we had 10 plays. That is a little co-op game, a little trick-taking, two-player only co-op game. We're going through scenarios. We're stuck in a scenario, so we're trying to beat it. And spoiler, we have not beat that scenario. So we're trying to get that and then get to our expansion, which we have for sale. So we are a little stuck. So that was first place. Second place was Things and Rings, which we played 7 times while in the cottage. We had a little get-together. We'll talk about that soon, probably. So let's jump into some subjective things, and that would be things that are like a favorite new to you. So, Vic, lead us off. What is a favorite new to you game this quarter?
My favorite new to me game is the one we played the most of. It's Sale. I really like the challenge of it. I never enjoy something that's going to be too easy that we could just breeze through and go, okay, put it away, never play that again. So we're getting a lot of bang for our buck on it. The theme is kind of cool. It's pirates, it's Kraken, it's trying to sail the ship, but we're working cooperatively in a way that, I've gotten a lot better with games like trick-taking games. This is not so much a trick-taking game, but this is similar. You have to play, you have to follow suit, and I've improved a lot. So Nick has a better time playing with me sometimes. Other times there's some boneheaded moves that I'll do that I'm like, why did I play that card? But we get a lot of great joy out of the times that things really work well, or that we're reading each other well, or we're able to move that boat the way we need to.
Yeah.
I think it's really a fun game, and I like the different combinations of cards doing different things, like shooting the Kraken with the cannon, trying to stock up on cards for hits so that you can take those hits that the ship can encounter depending on what you have to play, and the different abilities that the pirates have. Some are better than others. We like some more than other ones. But every time we play it, I have a lot of fun, just him and I playing that game.
Yeah, and they have implementation on Board Game Arena. So if we don't have the board game, we can always try to beat that scenario online. Get a lot quicker setup.
Yeah.
So favorite new to me is going to be an older game, but it is new to me. Deus. Deus I really, really enjoyed. I was pretty pleasantly surprised by an older game being that good. I had quite a few that I could have picked. I like Darwin's Journey quite a bit. I like Windmill Valley quite a bit. Ezra Nehemiah quite a bit. There's a lot of I was surprised by yours, but that was number one. But I had a little bit of a tough time because Windmill Valley was so good, and Darwin's Journey with that expansion was really good too.
Mm-hmm.
So I did have a little bit of a difficult decision. But I went with the older game. Deus is my favorite new to me. So now we're going to jump to most improved. What game improved, Vic?
I would say, and this was tough too because there were a lot of games to me that I considered, but I only wanted to pick one. And this one is Dwarf Romantic. The reason is it's another game that Nick and I are playing together, and it gets better as we're getting more familiar with the strategy of the game and understanding better about how we're placing certain tiles. We've gotten stuck a few times where we're like, come on, we need this one tile, and we put ourselves in bad positions into where we need some crazy tile that's probably never going to come, or comes right at the end. But it's a lot of fun to make choices with Nick on that, and then as we've unlocked more tiles or scoring more things in the game. I don't know quite how to articulate that. I just think it's just getting better and better than when we first played it, and it was so basic it seemed, and now there's a lot more to score off of. So it has to be improved for me.
Nice. For me, and this one wouldn't be on your list because I think it's new to you, Alhambra. Alhambra, I got to play it again. It's been years since I played it. I played it first 3 players, thought it was fine. Now we just played it 4 players. I thought it was excellent, and it was really smooth. We played it, Tim and Melissa, a 4-player game of Alhambra. I can't wait to play it again. That's how smooth it was. And it's always nice when that game is not just smooth playing and easy to teach, but actually fun. And this one is all of the above. So Alhambra is going to be my most improved. A game that I thought was just fine is now very good. All right, let's jump to our favorite game period that we had to play of, at least one play of this period, this quarter.
So for me, it was really tough to pick. It was between three games that you've already kind of mentioned and floated out there
Wow.
as possibilities. But I think that when it came down to actually playing and having a fun, successful time, or almost doing well in it, it was Ezra and Nehemiah. For me, was the one I had that edged out the others. Where I considered Darwin's Journey, I considered Windmill Valley. Windmill Valley can be a little tricky for me in that rondelle and trying to plan ahead of upgrading my windmill. And I don't think I've done too well in that game. I don't remember ever winning. But I like that Ezra and Nehemiah game quite a lot. And so that one for me has to be the best.
So you gave credit. You're just trying to mention both of them because that was new to you as well.
Yeah,
but you just
right.
wanted to mention both.
Right,
Okay.
exactly. And then Darwin's Journey, I obviously enjoy the theme of it. I like the look of it and playing it. We've had some good plays with it, but I had to give it to Ezra because I do like the banners and that playing of cards. And it's a Garfield game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I tend to be a little bit of a fangirl for them.
Okay. Favorite game for me is going to be my favorite game. It is Lost Ruins. We got one play of Lost Ruins. It was on BGA actually.
Yeah.
So I had to give it to it. I wanted to give it something else, but we did get that one play, and it's like, well, that's the best game. So Lost Ruins got my favorite game.
And that was a crazy game. We were playing in the airport and on our phones, and we were boarding and about to lose internet. And we had to get our plays in really quick. But we've been playing at the Lost Ruins quite a bit, and so we feel. I'm not just saying this to brag, but we feel like we can really max out a lot of our stuff, maybe more than like the most basic player in Lost Ruins for sure. And so it came down to a 1-point difference. And we were watching that scoring on BGA, the way it calculates it, right? We're seeing one thing.
We were equal at the end, and then I had one more fear.
Yeah. So that was a great.
Tight.
Yeah, that was good.
All right, so now we're going to get a little negative. We're going to talk about a game that has fallen from favor a little bit. Doesn't mean necessarily bad. It's just not as good as it once was. You got an idea?
Well, mine's bad. So this one definitely fell out of favor a while ago, and then playing it again has really reminded me how bad it truly is. And that's Cards Against Humanity. I don't think any other one in this list could have possibly been any worse than that one. It's to me, it's a lot of fake laughing. It's a lot of being forced to play a card. I mean, I'm over it, that game. I just don't think it's very funny. I'm no prude, okay? And I know some people that watch this channel may not even want to play it at all because of the subject matter that it has. But to me, I could think of so many other things to do than that game. And sorry for those that played with me. It's nothing personal. I just don't think it's that funny.
Yeah, it gets old.
Yeah.
And there's so many versions now. It's ridiculous. It just has different names pasted on, different themes. That one didn't make my list. It wasn't high, as you know, on my list, so it couldn't have really fallen.
It fell further from the ground. I don't know how to say it.
So mine is actually a good game. It's a solid game. It's Fantasy Realms. A little burned out on it.
Because I keep asking you to play it.
And the scoring is a little annoying.
I love that.
Do the scoring cards. Like, then you have to really pay attention a lot.
Yeah.
With the scoring. And I know there's an app for it. I don't like the app either. So I think it's a good game. I'll play it anytime. It's just not as good as it once was to me.
All right.
So that's Fantasy Realms. Best experience, Vic. What do you got?
Well, we had an excellent time in August for Nick's birthday. We decided to rent a cottage. We invited some of our closest friends, and Brian and Kim even made the trip all the way from Ohio, and I was going to say the border of Ohio and Pennsylvania. Like they really trekked out to Illinois on a lake. We got this cottage. It was Nick's birthday. It was a milestone birthday for him, and so we had a great weekend of gaming. We had so many games. It was hard to get through as many games as we brought because when you have so many people, you have to consider maybe even breaking off and people playing in different groups. So that was really cool. So overall, the experience of that has to be the best experience. kids, but not to, be cheap and not pick a specific game. I did like Bang as a game. I thought about Things and Rings, but that was a real challenging one for me to get my head around. I was having a hard time understanding, but I know a lot of people really enjoyed it. We were playing that game a lot. Overall, the group really liked it. That was something that we hadn't played before either. But Bang was really cool to me. I always like those social deduction games and playing in a big group setting. It's with people who play games. It was fun.
Yeah, Bang the Dice game was very enjoyable. I gave it to the same events, but I gave it to Blood on the Clock Tower. It was a game I've always wanted to play. It's not so much a game as an activity, kind of, but we had the right setting. We were in the basement with spooky music playing and a fire pit, electronic fire pit, but with green flames, whatever. So we were all cozied up on our sectional or whatever, and Brian led the game, and it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun in that setting. It was the most memorable of the games that I played, but overall the event it went over really well. We had 8 people and 8 close friends, or 8 total people, and I counted ourselves. That's why I said close friends. Well, that's us too. So 6 other folks, all couples, and we kayaked, we hung out, we broke bread, and enjoyed our company. A lot of games were played, and had a great time. And thanks to Vic for setting that up. Put a lot of work in to make the 40th birthday an awesome time. So that wraps it up, Vic. Those were all our categories.
It was a good quarter. Obviously, we're striving to play a little bit more games. I think we were a little low compared to others. We've had a harder time. We used to be daily game players over here. So one thing I do regret and resolve to play more games next quarter. I would like to see more.
We'll see. We have a bad start.
I know we had so far. It's been rough. We look at each other like, when was the last time we played a game?
A week off. It's like we didn't play a game for a whole week.
I know. So I would really like to play games. It's nice that we have that BGA option. There's so many things on Board Game Arena that are available, and we also took advantage of a Humble Bundle that gave us Wingspan and Scythe, which not so great. And then Everdell, which is kind of cool. It's very cute on the computer. Wingspan is awesome though on the computer because
on Steam,
it plays the bird sounds, reads the facts of the birds, and you can click the bird over and over again and make the sound. Yeah. So that's our quarter. Thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments what games you've played. What are your experiences? What wasn't so great? Do you like Cards Against Humanity? And subscribe and like this video. We appreciate you so much for watching. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.